Hello and welcome to Luthier Shorts number 2. In this episode I'm going to be showing you a very quick and easy way of accurately bending, binding and purfling to shape, ready to install on your guitar. This method is not necessarily better than the more traditional method of using a hot pipe or bend iron, but it is quicker and it takes some of the guesswork out of it and the checking back and forth to see if you have the right shape. All you're going to need is a heat gun, some tape and the half-formed template of your chosen guitar model. You probably already have some kind of template like this lying around that you use for marking out top and back perimeters and so, but it should be said that this one does need to be quite thick, 12 to 15 millimeters, half an inch, just to give a good stable platform on which to bend. Here I'm using 15 millimeter MDF. So here I'm actually bending purfling, which has a very particular orientation to it. So the first thing I did is lay out the purfling and make sure that I had that orientation correct, as in orientated the way I want it to be when it's finally installed on the guitar. As you can see here, I've marked this side with a piece of tape saying right, so I know that this is the right side of the purfling, so I know which way I have to bend it as I bend it. With binding, this doesn't matter, of course. So next you should fix the purfling or binding to the bottom of the template here and securely fix it with a piece of tape. And the object is we're going to slowly heat this up with the heat gun and move along, and as we do, tape it in place to hold it down. You want to do this very gently. Don't put too much force on the binding or purfling. As you can see, it goes very quickly. Here I'm stopping to secure it with some tape before going further. Just to keep it in place and to stop it popping off the mold. And slowly heating further, just gradually working that down as we get to the waist section here. The more tape the better, really. It just keeps things very secure and in place, and you don't have to worry about it sliding away or coming off. Now this section is a very tricky section. Obviously you have to kind of bend in two places at once to get it down to that waist area, and this can be kind of tricky, especially if you're doing purfling. But if you're just very, very careful, very patient, you can slowly work it down into that waist section. Taping as you go. And this is the basic technique, really. It doesn't take too much explanation. As you can see, it's just a case of very gently and lightly heating with the heat gun and pushing the purfling or binding down into place and securing it there with the tape. So as I said before, this isn't necessarily a replacement for the more traditional methods of using a bending iron, or for bending bindings. Some people like to use a fox bender, which is perfect. This is just an alternative method, maybe a method for those of you that are beginning luthiers and perhaps don't have too much tools or jigs and things. It's a very quick and easy way to do something. Now that it's all taped down securely, the last thing to do is to reheat the whole piece one last time to help set it in position and prevent springback when removing it from the mold. And that is it. Once it's cooled down completely, you can take the tape off and it's ready to install on your guitar. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.